Ready, start. Moreover, the appellant in the present case tried to make out a case that the petitioner has sufficient residential accommodation for his family and he does not require the shop in dispute either for his residential purpose or for running his own business. Stop. However, it is now settled proposition of law that the landlord has the absolute right to select any of his premises for his bona fide need, and it is also well settled law that the tenant, the rent controller, or the appellant authority exercising the powers under the Rent Act cannot dictate the landlord to adjust his need in a particular way. Stop. So, even if the petitioner has sufficient residential accommodation, the petitioner cannot be dictated to convert any part of it into shop to start his business. Stop. In this regard, I would also like to refer the case law wherein it has been held that landlord is the best judge of his own requirement and tenant cannot dictate him the way how to live, and it is for the landlord himself to see as to what accommodation. Stop. Similarly, it has been held that while establishing a case of bona fide requirement, the tenant cannot dictate the terms or question the bona fide of the landlord. Stop. It is held that the landlord is the best judge of the requirement. Stop. It is further held in this judgment that the rent controller cannot begin with the presumption that there was lack of bona fide of the requirements of the landlord. Stop. Till not satisfied, the petitioner tenant has filed the instant revision petition challenging the impugned orders of his eviction. Stop. Learned counsel for the petitioner has vehemently argued that the respondent landlord has sought eviction of the petitioner tenant from the shop in dispute for running his own business after his retirement, and merely because the respondent landlord has pleaded that the accommodation is insufficient for his need will not be a ground to hold that his need for the shop in dispute is genuine and bona fide, as there is absolutely no evidence on record as to which business he was willing to start and if he was having sufficient money and experience to start such a business. Stop. According to learned counsel for the petitioner, in the absence of such an evidence as mentioned above, the need of the respondent landlord cannot be taken to be genuine and bona fide, and therefore the same has to be termed as a mere wish and desire of the respondent landlord to get the demised premises vacated. Stop. There is no dispute to the aforesaid propositions of law and are not applicable in view of the fact that the argument raised is on different premises. Stop. The finding of the appellate authority on the question of bona fide requirement. Stop.